welcome Sam Morril. I'm saying
it. Which it doesn't matter.
Well, no, it does matter.
It's Morril, but I don't like correcting people.
So for Morril, where are you getting the E from?
My dad said, and I just rolled with it. I don't know.
He's wrong. Listen, you have a lot of introductions here. I was reading your shit last night, and there's a lot going on with you. First of all, you just came out with your 6th stand-up special since 2020. How is that possible?
No, not that many, but
how many? You have 6 though, right?
I think so. Yeah.
And in what frame of time?
There was a period where I was doing way too many because I was just like I had no life. So
because of COVID.
COVID, I did a rooftop one because I was losing my mind here, and I just started going to people's roofs and doing stand up, and that turned into a special. But that wasn't like my best stuff. I wasn't like honing that in clubs and stuff. I have like I did one Amazon, did one Netflix. I did a Comedy Central hour. I did a YouTube hour. I did the roof thing, and I did like a half hour, so 5.5.
Oh,
really.
Okay. Well, that sounds more reasonable when you say it like that. The way it's presented is like you're about to win an Academy Award.
No, God,
for stand-up comedy, which I think is pretty impossible.
Oh no, we're not respected.
No, comedians are not respected.
But that's good. If we were respected, we'd be boring.
Well, the reason we're funny is because we're not respected.
Exactly.
And there's no way to gain respect as a comedian, really.
Yeah.
I mean, there's comedians that are like well respected, but only in other circles, and only in circles outside of comedy, right? Like within comedy, nobody really respects each other.
It's true, yeah, because we see through it. It's a ruse. Right. But then you see like a singer, you're like, holy shit, that's incredible.
Yeah,
but then they probably look that way at us. Like you ever pop in like a musician open mic when you start and they're like, this guy's awesome.
Yeah.
But then you take the same jokes to a comic open mic and they're like, you suck.
Or I'll go see someone who's like a musician perform and be fucking blown away, and they'll perform at the Greek or something, and then they'll come see me perform and be like, I can't believe you can do that. I'm like, what are you talking about? I can't believe
I can go on drunk. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know. Well, musicians can too. That's their thing.
They can. Yeah, I guess they can do like heroin too.
I saw
what they do is way more impressive.
And it's also more exhausting because they're up there for like 2.5, 3 hours. Like I was at Glastonbury recently and we saw Alanis Morissette, and she went through like these jugs of like, I guess it was like green tea or something. She went through like 6 or 7 of them, and it was less than an hour set. I've never seen any guy drink any beverages on stage other than red wine or alcohol.
Yeah.
Like a musician wise. Like I couldn't believe how well she was hydrating. I was like, wow, you must be into crystals and stuff if you're hydrating this much.
Yeah, green tea is like, that's weird.
Well, she's kind of she's ethereal. She's on another, she's like on another frequency. She's one of those people, she probably meditates a lot. She's like, vibrating at a higher level than regular people. Certainly higher than comedians.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Do you do drugs and drink?
I drank.
You don't do drugs?
I'm scared of drugs. I don't like not knowing what's in my bloodstream.
Or what's in your future?
Yeah. Yeah. I can maintain a level of control. I like drugs that push your feelings down.
Away.
Yeah.
Well, you're a man.
Yeah.
So is it hard for you to be a stand-up comic surrounded by so many female comedians?
No, I love female comedians.
That was a joke. I just always wanted to ask a man and what it feels like to be surrounded by women, since that's the only question we ever get to. That only question.
They ask you guys that a lot.
They ask us all the time, what's it like to be in an industry that's so male dominated? And I'm like, can you fucking think of a more interesting question? I've been doing this for like 25 years. The other more boring question is when you're promoting a tour or you're promoting a special and people ask you, what can we expect? I fucking hate that question.
It's hard to describe your own act.
Well, also without doing bits. Like I don't want to be on the phone doing bits. You know what I mean? If I'm talking to a reporter or a journalist, a journalist is Yeah,
you're getting better interviews than me, I think. When I'm talking to a journalist, I'm talking to some guy from like,
you're like, what do you fucking, you can expect to laugh and you can expect comedy.
Yeah.
I can't.
What can you expect? I come out in the third act. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's jokes.
So we were just talking because you've dated a lot of female comedians. Only 2?
Yeah.
Megan Gailey, right?
I didn't date her.
You didn't? You just had sex with her?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I feel like you dated her. I don't know why.
Okay.
You dated Taylor Tomlinson for a few years, because I know that because when I had her on my podcast, she was quarantining with you.
Yeah.
And you guys were together for a few years, right?
Probably 2 years. It's hard to measure because we broke up so many times, but
really?
Yeah.
What was the problem?
Probably both of us. I don't know.
It must be hard to date a comic. I don't think I've ever dated. Oh yeah, I did. What am I talking about?
Yeah, no, I'm aware of that one too.
I forgot.
Yeah, I think the problem is, it's funny when people are like, what went wrong? I don't know. It's us together. That's it. I don't know.
Do you attribute part of the relationship working out for a duration of time because it was during COVID and you were
Yeah, the first
quarantining?
few weeks were great.
But no.
It was like a sleepover that just went on too long.
Went on.
But we had great times, I think. You know, I look back at some of them and I was like, man, we're watching movies, and we started a movie podcast. It was fun as hell. We were just,
that's right.
Yeah, it was great. We had a good time.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's fun to you share a movie and then you talk about it.
I'm trying to think if I dated any other comics. It's just such a weird thing because I find it like actors and actresses. I find it normal for them to date. Are you drinking ginger ale?
It's seltzer.
Oh, I fucking love Canada Dry ginger ale. Oh my God, it's my favorite.
I love Canada Dry. Anything.
I know. I once called Canada Dry. I'm like, I want to do a commercial for you guys. I'm so obsessed.
You pulled that?
Yeah, but then they were like, can you do one for Sprite because they're all owned by the same person? And they were like, Sprite, Canada Dry, nobody drinks that. I'm like, they're like, oh, the only people who drink that are from New Jersey or New York. It's a very East Coast thing, Canada Dry. Like they don't sell it on the West Coast as it's not as available.
I love it.
I know, me too.
It's like when you land in Detroit and you're like, I need some Vernors. Mm-hmm. So you only dated one comic. It's weird to me because it's, you're an attractive lady. You're a funny lady. I'm sure dudes were hitting on you quite a bit.
No, men are scared of me.
I can see that.
Men are not interested in trying to get like shot down by me.
That's fair.
I mean, even Joe Coy, when we dated, it wasn't even like I had to decide that I was going to date him. He would never, ever have made.
So you made the move.
I think so because we were friends for so many years, and then when we got back to like we were hanging out as friends, and he just kept coming around, and eventually I just capitulated, and I was like,
were you drinking, or did that give you the
yeah? I mean, I'm always a little drunk, I love drinking, so but I mean, I
have my own whiskey. I almost brought you a bottle.
Oh, you should have brought it.
But I remember I read one of your book, and you're a vodka person, so I was like, I don't know. Some people were like, I don't fucking drink whiskey,
I like whiskey. Whiskey's nice and warm, especially in the wintertime. And when I'm I go to Whistler, Canada for winter, and in the winter I'll drink whiskey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it warms your bones.
I love it.
What's your whiskey called?
It's called Bodega Cat.
Oh, cute.
It's cool.
So you grew up in New York?
In the city, yeah.
Yeah, here in the city. So you've never strayed too far.
No, I'm useless.
How really?
I'm fucking useless.
Like an ashtray on a motocycle?
I'm terrible.
Like, what do you think your best qualities are? If you had you have to pick 3.
This is like describing your tour. Shit. My best qualities.
Like, come on, you have to think of 3 good things that make you valuable to the human species.
Damn.
And if you can't think of 3,
I think I'm pretty loyal.
Okay, that's great.
Good.
That's a good one.
I can't say, funny-ish.
Cocksucker?
Yeah, I'm a cocksucker. I'll suck your cock.
Okay, great. That's
I'll suck a dick.
Somebody's got to do that because I'm not doing that either. So
yeah.
Thank you.
No, that's why I was intimidated by you, your cock.
Thank you.
Loyal. I was going to say good listener, but I'm not. I'm on a bunch of Ritalin right now to make sure I'm connected with you right now.
I would say, though, in order to be a comedian, and you have to be a good listener because you can't.
I'm observant, but I'm not a great listener.
Oh, really?
I'm to a point, but then something pops into my head and I start following that. Do you ever do that?
It's ADD.
ADD.
Yeah, absolutely. But we all have that.
Oh my, I'm so bad.
As long as you stay medicated. I don't take medication for it, but I've just learned how to, when I used to host talk shows, I would literally be thinking about what the fuck I was going to eat if I was talking to somebody who didn't hold my interest. I'd be like, what am I going to have when I go upstairs? Are there any gummy bears? I'm like, are there any red ones left or did everyone steal them?
Yeah, that's ADD right there.
That was, but I don't take any medication for it. I just eventually just started going, okay, you have to fucking focus on what you're doing. Like, I want to be able to read a book. I want to be able to tune out my phone. I want to be able to put a phone on another side of the room and not walk over to it every 15 seconds. So it's kind of like training yourself like a fucking dog,
Yeah, and if it's a book that interests me, I can't put it down. But if it's something that I have to work at, I'm just like, fuck, I guess I got to pick this up again.
Right. So what's your family situation in New York? How did you grow up?
First couple years, just me and my mom, and then she married a guy who became my stepdad, who I love. He's a great dad.
Oh,
and
that's
nice. And then I got a stepbrother and stepsister from his side, and that's my family situation. And they have kids now. I don't have kids.
Okay, is that something that you want to have?
I don't know. I think I would like 1. I think 1 is a good number.
Why not get a pet though?
I was going to say a pet's hard to take care of. Not thinking that a kid is probably also hard. I don't know. I think I need a little time still to figure it out.
How old are you?
I'm 38.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're not even 40 years old yet. So you haven't even hit your little crisis zone.
Yeah.
That's coming.
I'm in crisis. Comedian. I'm always in crisis. Yeah. No,
I feel like a lot of men are in long-standing male crises. Comedians, especially.
Well, I think women, I mean, you guys have a biological clock, but all we have is if we don't have kids at a certain age, is like, what the fuck's wrong with that guy?
Right.
That's all we get. It's not that bad. But like you get judged for that shit all the time. And I kind of like that you're just like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no, I don't want a baby. Like, that's a fucking pain in the ass.
Do you have a pet?
Yeah, and he's in LA right now. You know what I mean? I see him when I see him, and he doesn't take it personally. And if he did, I wouldn't know about it because he can't fucking talk anyway. That's why pets are amazing.
Yeah.
They work for you in every situation. I sent him to Canada. I did a Euro tour. You're going on your European tour soon, right?
I am. I love going to Europe.
And you're playing, I love performing in Europe. What's
your favorite part?
Oh, God. Paris was amazing. Berlin was awesome.
I've never been to Berlin.
Are you doing that whole run?
Yeah.
You're going to Copenhagen, Amsterdam,
I've done Copenhagen. I'm not going this time, but I'm doing Amsterdam again. I love.
Yeah.
So good.
It's beautiful there. And it's really nice to be out of this fucking country.
It is. It's good to get a little reset.
Yeah. Well, when I was there, I was going on stage. It was not right after the election, but like a couple months after the election. So I just got on stage and just started apologizing on behalf of our country, you know? And they were there for it. They were happy to hear that. I'm like, listen, we're not all like this. I'm really sorry about our country. I don't know where you stand politically. I'm assuming you're not a bro.
I didn't vote for Donald Trump, if that's what you're asking.
Okay, great. I mean, I'm sure you're not a Trumpy. I can tell by your outfit that you're not a Trump supporter.
Not a lot of corduroy jacket Trumpies out there? No, I don't think so.
So you're doing your tour, and then you're doing Carnegie Hall too, right?
I am, yeah.
What's the date on that?
December 4th.
Oh, okay. And are you going to Europe after that or before?
No, I'm going to Europe in October.
Oh, fun.
Should be good.
Yeah. And so are you going to go to like Reykjavik? Are you going to Sweden?
I'm not going to Reykjavik, unfortunately. I've done Sweden before. I love Stockholm. That was awesome, but I just couldn't fit everything. And I've never been to Germany, so I wanted to go to Germany and just some place I hadn't been. So
right. You're not Jewish.
I am Jewish.
Oh, you are? Well, you better go to Germany while you can because
I know they don't like us. I know.
No. My friends just went to Frankfurt. They had a layover in Frankfurt, got stuck there, and her son had like a high necklace on, and she's like, the cab driver said, "No, we're not taking you. We don't drive Jews."
Oh, nice.
That was recently. So yeah, you might want to get over to Germany quickly and then bounce.
Get in the cab. They're like, "Don't rub it in, dude. Just fucking, I get it."
So you're like, so if you're this prolific with your stand up, you're performing all the time, all week long. How many? And as a New Yorker, because I know New York comics like to get up like sometimes 3 or 4 times a night.
Yeah, I've dialed it back a little just for, there was a point where I had some older comics I respect be like, dude, you have to have a life to write about.
Exactly.
You can't just like, your audience is living, you have to live. So, at a certain point, all your jokes are, this guy came up to me after my set and he said this, and you're like, that's not comedy.
Yeah.
That's not life.
Right.
So yeah, I try to follow like an adventure every once in a while. I'm like, I'll just get fucking drunk some nights and be like, let's see where this takes me. Back in the day, I'd be doing like 4 sets. Tonight, I'm just going to like scour the village and try to have an adventure or something with a friend of mine or something.
Yeah. And also go on vacations.
I'm so bad on vacation.
Why?
I get really bored.
Really?
I'm doing some, days off on this Euro tour so I can just chill, but I get really bored.
Do you know how to swim?
Yeah.
Well, you should take some swimming classes.
I get swimming classes
so that you can improve on your swimming skills and have a great vacation.
I'm a good enough swimmer.
Do you think so? But that doesn't sound convincing.
Well, how good a swimmer are you?
That's part of what vacation is for me is swimming. Like
that's how I would like sweat out booze on the road. I would go to like a rec center or something and just swim laps.
And then sweat in the pool?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't really get sweating from swimming, but
no,
I
you
get
sweat.
Like vacation vibes. So you sweat and then it just goes right back into the water?
Yeah, in the chlorine water, I think.
Really?
Is that not right? You guys what do these guys do over here? Do they not fact check or something?
Sweat while you're swimming when you're in the water. But this is a very interesting conversation.
Maybe I'm dumb. I don't know.
I think maybe you are. Because can you imagine, think about it. You're in the water and then you're sweating. I understand it's a workout.
Yeah.
But when you come out of the water from swimming so hard, are you sweating?
No, but you feel better. So you must be losing some of that shit
you're
from
burning
last night.
calories.
You're burning
for
calories.
Sure.
All right,
yeah.
so maybe sweating was the wrong word, but it's healthy to swim.
Well, it's healthy to go on vacation and swim is what my point is.
Yeah.
I love vacations. I'm all about working.
So the rec center on the road I painted for you wasn't like a tropical paradise to you?
No, I never saw the inside of any rec center.
Oh, I love those.
I'm not that kind of Jew. I'm like
I'm a total rec center Jew.
Yeah, like a YMCA.
I love those.
Is what you're giving.
Yeah. That's how I do the road. We go to the rec center. We did a tour tour bus and we do the rec center every day.
Joe Coy had a tour bus and it smelled like balls.
Did you guys do that together on the bus?
No, I went on the bus like twice and that was enough. I mean, we may or may not have had sex on the bus. I don't really remember, but I was disgusted by every part about it. There were so many men.
It's not for women.
It's not for women.
Yeah.
It should actually just say these are not available for women in a non-discriminatory way.
Yeah, Nikki Glazer called me up and she was like, "Do you like the tour bus?" I was like, "Yeah, I do, but you're not going to."
Nikki doesn't take a bus, does she?
No. But I've had a lot of people hit me up, be like, "Do you like that?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, but that doesn't." It's weird when people ask you if you like something. Yeah, of course. That doesn't mean you're gonna like it.
Yeah, that's kind of like what can we expect from your show?
Yeah.
So that's what you do on the road. You go on the road. You go to a rec center first. And you bring your crew.
I bring my crew. We play some basketball or a swim.
That sounds reasonable. Basketball in the rec center. I don't have a problem with that.
Love that. And then these new YMCA's are all nice. You go to the Midwest or the South, they have like saunas and stuff. So we get in there. Usually there's not a weird dude in there. Sometimes there is.
Masturbating.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why. That's
we had a
real
weirdo.
tricky.
Yeah, that's low fucking end.
Well, in New York,
that's not like an Equinox dude jacking off.
No.
At least you're like, all right, I'm not gay, but at least he looks good.
Yeah,
you know?
but most of these gyms in New York, like men know which ones are the gay gyms and which one are the straight gyms. So that if you walk into a sauna and there's 3 guys jerking off, that's because that's what's supposed to happen.
Yeah, I'm like Jack Reacher. I'm just passing through these YMCA's, so I don't know what you're.
Right. Well, I'm glad though that you're
ones.
keeping it like you have a lifestyle on the road. That's nice.
Got to, yeah.
Because otherwise you're going to go fucking crazy.
Totally, yeah.
Flying in and out of cities. Like I like to fly in and out and I also don't like to stay in cities where they don't have a nice hotel.
Yeah,
like
I can see that.
I've already done that a million times. I'm over it. I
Totally.
don't want any discomfort in my life.
I think being a young female comic doing the road, like that is like, that's tough.
I used to do the San Francisco Punchline all the time.
Great club.
And once the first time, great club, right? Now it's kind of Cobb's is another big club there too, but that was always there. But the first time I ever did the road, I opened for, it was Dave Attell was headlining.
He's my favorite.
Of course, the best. Zach, I haven't seen him in years. Zach Galifianakis was middling and it was me. And I had to sleep with Zach Galifianakis in his hotel room at the Commodore Hotel because I
thought you were going to say just to get the gig.
Because, well, I mean, no, Zach would never do something like that. He's the only male comic that would never do something like that. But he did every night we went to sleep and he would whisper in my ear, "I will never rape you."
Oh, that's great.
And that was sweet.
That's awesome.
It was romantic a little bit. Yeah.
Did he do it while he was playing the piano?
No, he didn't have the piano in the room.
Damn.
But that was my first week on the road, and I just realized, it costs more to even get there than you're going to make.
Well, that's when you start selling merch when you're a young comic. But
as an opener,
oh yeah, you got to. But I remember doing gigs with Dave Attell, and he was the most fun ever. I mean, we were driving back from a gig at Tarrytown Music Hall once, and he does that thing where he'll bring you on stage, and you're like, dude, you're the quickest guy in the world. I'm not going to keep up with you. But he's super supportive. Then, of course, he murders. We're in the car ride back. The whole ride, he's like, "I'm a fucking hack. I fucking suck." And we're like, "Dude, you're all of our favorite comics." And he's like, "Well, I'm better than you guys."
That's funny. I know he kind of does self-hate.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
But it's kind of refreshing. So many people love themselves. I mean, I don't think he should hate himself. But like, just a hint of self-loathing is kind of good, I think, for a comic.
Little bit, but don't get carried away with it because then you're like spending all day talking about what a fucking loser you are. Totally. That's not good either. I mean, that's not good, especially.
You seem like you have a good drinker's energy because I think the hangover is good for me because I wake up with like a little bit like, "You piece of shit." I need like a little bit of like, "You're a piece of shit."
Well, I always have my best shows, or like when I was like doing my talk shows, I always had my best shows when I had a little alcohol in me from the night before because it just takes then you don't give a shit. You're just kind of like loosey goosey. I don't like to be tightly wound. I don't really get like that anymore because now I've been doing this for so many years. But I don't like nerves before I go out on stage. I understand that they're good for they're purposeful. It means you give a shit. But I don't like to be nervous. So luckily, with enough time under my belt, and I'm sure you probably feel this way too after however many years you've been doing stand-up, which is what, 20 years?
About,
20 years. You don't get nervous, right?
No, not really. I mean, but I get like bored. That's where the alcohol comes in. I'll get like disconnected, especially when I do that many shows in a row. I'm just like, all right, I need a drink to
spice things up.
Maybe I'll go down a different road with this bit tonight or something. Or I just like first few days I don't really need a drink, and then like by day 4 I'm like, I need like a Manhattan. I need like a cocktail. I need like a proper cocktail. I need to get a little buzz.
Right. Well, that seems like you have a healthy relationship with alcohol.
Yeah, I think so. I respect it. I know that like I don't want to ever
have to quit.
Yeah, yeah. That was good. You've said that before a bunch too.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I had a boyfriend once who told me, he's like, I don't ever want to abuse alcohol because I don't ever want to have to give it up. And I was like, let me write that fucking down because I'm with you. I sometimes go overboard with drugs and alcohol, but I always reel myself back in because I know I can't act like that. You know what I mean? I'm like smarter than my body. You know what I'm not gonna end up in a rehab. Knock on wood or somebody knock on something. I like what you do with morning news shows. How should I say that?
Yeah, you nailed it. That was
morning
great.
News shows.
That was awesome.
What are they called? Morning
shows.
Like local news shows.
Yes,
local news shows. I like that you call them up and fuck with these people because these are the people who aren't wearing pants underneath a desk.
Yes.
Like when you're in like let's say Akron, Ohio.
Sure.
Okay. And you go on a local news show and you're promoting your show. And these people are basically, you could say, my penis is out. And they would be like, and what can we expect from your show tonight?
Yeah.
There is no change, of course. And Sam does this really funny thing where he brings up really uncomfortable topics, Catherine, while he's being interviewed in the morning. And he'll be like, what was one of the ones that you did?
I liked the human trafficking.
Right. Human trafficking.
Yeah. They it's funny because
that's so funny. What are you talking about?
That guy, I broke him, I think. But the woman kind of got it.
But don't you think those people are slightly broken anyway? I mean, no offense to any newscasters who are watching, but seriously, you guys need to take a look at yourselves in the mirror.
Yeah, I think they're just so scared. I think they're just they have to walk such a tightrope, and we just that started because I was forced to do that at like improvs and stuff. Like if you miss that, like you can't do the weekend. So I'd be like, all right. So I would go, but I'd be on like 2 hours sleep hungover and in a bad mood. Mm-hmm. And the one that started it was in Pittsburgh where someone was like, so have you always been funny? And you're just sitting there like, and I said, no, but when I was young, my uncle, he was funny and he molested me and I got his powers like in Spider-Man. and they were just like, okay. And I just kind of turned to the camera and smiled. And I remember leaving like, can I get that footage? That's like a funny clip. And they were like, get out. So it turned into like a heist. It turned into like a thing where I'm like, I call the Uber before I go on because I know they're going to be fucking pissed. And then I just run out and jump in. So that one, people thought it was funny. So I was like, I can take something I hated and make it fun. So, the Columbus one people liked. I don't know. You just go in, you're like, is there something in the news I could fuck with? I don't know.
It's just nice to fuck with people who are so serious about nonsense. You know what I mean? We're talking about the weather. Like, unless there's a fucking hurricane coming, it's not that serious. And we're talking about morning news, which is pretty banal.
Yeah.
There's nothing really happening there either.
It's just so scripted. So when you go on there and you just make it a mess, it's
funny.
fun.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Thanks.
Do you like so all after everything we're speaking about, you like being on the road? Would you say that you prefer that over being at home?
I mean, I like both. I romanticize the road, though. I love it. I love that.
How do you romanticize the road?
I'm just like, holy shit, this is cool. I'm like, it makes me have a deeper appreciation for America. Like, you go to these random cities, and you're like, this is great.
What are some of your favorite cities that you really like? Because or some of the ones that you really will never go back to.
Well, people know I hate Naples, Florida. I fucking hate that city.
Florida altogether.
I bombed. There's parts of Florida I love, but overall, like, Naples was like that one took that one. I took a beating there. They hated me.
Really?
Yeah, that one sucked.
What was so bad about it?
I don't know. I just couldn't connect. I also had this opener who was high energy and hilarious, and like he's since passed away. This guy Carl Michael.
How did he pass away?
I think it was. My guess would be drugs.
Okay, so you don't know.
We weren't super close. He just happened to be open for me that weekend.
I see.
I thought he was funny. I thought he was really good, and he was
a lot of good that does now that he's dead. I mean, you should have told him then.
I did tell him then.
Oh, great.
I wasn't resentful that he was burying me. I was fine with it.
Oh, he did better than you.
Oh, totally.
Oh, that's funny.
I was cool with it. I was like,
that.
no,
I always feel the same way too.
Yeah.
I have Yamanika open for me a lot, and she's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm like, half the time people are like, "Who's your opener?" I'm like, I have no problem with an opener being funnier than me. No problem whatsoever.
Yeah, no, he was super high energy, and I talk like this on stage. So I think these old people were looking at me like, he's not even trying. But I'm like, no, this is how I perform, So, I just bombed every show. They hated me. And I was like, I'm never fucking coming back. And that became like a big part of my act is how much I hate Naples.
Yeah.
But then cities I like, I think, Chicago's amazing. I love SF. I love San Diego's really cool. Seattle.
There's always sleeper cities too that like I would always be hesitant. Like I don't really like to go to Florida in general just because of the politics, and I find it to be a depressing place. I know there are decent places to perform and there are good venues down there, but I try. But like like Alabama, I had never gone to, and then I went and did a show in Montgomery, and it was fucking awesome because there is always those groups of people that really want you to come down there that they don't get. They don't get everybody passing through those cities, so they're even more wildly appreciative of it, and I like that. I like serving it up for those people.
Yeah, and it's a complex country that we live in, but there are these pockets that surprise you, and you're like, this is amazing. I had a great time here, and I don't know. That's part of the road. Like I would never go to some of these cities if I wasn't a comic, and then you find out you like them. It's kind of cool. Mm-hmm. So that's part of the way I romanticize the road, and I think your actress gets better if you're out like that. You're just like, okay, I'm making it. I was in Zanies once, and they told me you were in the green. They were like, oh, Chelsea Handler was just here, and like every show she was just making adjustments. I mean, that's the road. Mm-hmm.
Right.
You're tweaking, you're trying stuff. Like that keeps me, when I'm excited about stand-up, that makes me love the road. Because I come back and I feel the results of it.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. So you're working on your stuff a lot on the road.
Yeah.
And then because I was just having this conversation with a friend of mine because I was like, oh, I started in LA doing stand-up, even though I'm from Jersey originally. Yeah. I started doing stand-up in LA, and the culture there isn't like 3 or 4 sets a night. You don't do that. You do like 4 or 5 sets a week. You get up every night once, maybe twice, but like those for diehards. But once I started doing the road, like I don't come back to LA and go up at the Comedy Store or go to the Laugh Factory. Like I do my shows when
Why don't you? Why don't you ever go up there?
I don't have any desire. Like I want to do my hour set, not a 20-minute set or something. Like I will if it's a friend's show and somebody asks me, but typically you're not going to see me at those clubs. I just don't. I feel like I don't want to say I've outgrown it because that sounds like I'm too good for it, which is not the case. I just don't have when I'm home, I want to fucking chill and relax
I totally understand
and recuperate. Because when I'm on the road, it's like Wednesday through Sunday sometimes, or Thursday through Saturday, and then I'm done and I come home and I'm like chill, go back out.
I think one of my fears, and this is like, I do the road and I come back, and my audience is very forgiving if I take a long time to get to a punchline because I think they know it's coming.
Yeah.
But like, sometimes I'll take something to a cellar, the Comedy Cellar, and they're just like, what the fuck are you doing? So I want to know how the jokes are for people that aren't straight up just there for me.
Right. Yes, I understand that.
And I also live like 7-minute walk from the cellar, so I feel like I go there more than I should probably, but but I love throwing shit at the wall there. It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point. You do want to perform in front of people that are not your fans.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, I feel like you stop growing if you don't do that at least a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I'm just waiting for my house to be done so I can fucking sell it and move to New York. Probably.
Are you really gonna move to New York?
I mean, I hope so. That was my plan about 3 years ago.
That's pretty cool.
I got stuck in this.
You seem like a New Yorker. You don't seem like an LA person.
I'm Jersey. That's the Jersey.
No, I know, but you have like I think wherever you start, that's kind of how you feel to me. Mm-hmm. And I saw you in the city like way back in the day.
Oh,
I wasn't even a comic yet. I think you were opening for Attell. I saw you.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, Caroline's probably.
And you had like a New York mentality. So you feel New York. You should come here.
Yeah, I would like to be here. I would like to. There's so much more action here. LA
it's cool.
is a little bit like really healthy living, and everyone's in bed by 8. So I go there to recover, mostly. It's kind of like a rehab.
I'm healthy when I'm there.
Yeah, everyone's healthy. People, you can't get a drink after 10 o'clock at night. Nothing is open anywhere in LA. Like they have never recovered from COVID. When you were living with Taylor, sorry to bring this up again, but were you guys in New York or LA?
We, a little bit of both. During COVID, we were in LA. Uh-huh. And that was probably the healthiest I've ever been.
Yeah, I would imagine.
I mean, she doesn't drink. So, she felt bad I was there. So she's like, let's go to Vaughn's and let's just find a bunch of liquor for you so you don't go crazy. But she doesn't. It's also weird to just drink when the other person's sober.
Drinking, yeah.
Not that I can't, but it's just not as fun.
No, it's not as fun. I actually had this I was dating this guy and I had this shoulder injury last year and I couldn't drink for like 30 days because I had to get these intravenous antibiotics every 24 hours.
And you're asking the doctor for loopholes. You're like, but what if I...
Meanwhile, I find out after he goes, you could have been drinking on those antibiotics. They're so strong, they'll kill everything. I'm like, you could have fucking told me that a month ago.
No.
But I was like, oh, good. A month of sobriety under my belt. Like I could use that, I mean, I like to have a drink. So, But this guy didn't take the cue and he kept drinking while I was unable to drink. And I was like, you're out. Get out of here. I'm like, are you stupid? This is your one opportunity to like band together with your partner who cannot drink. This is the moment you don't drink also.
Yeah, there was a girl, I wasn't like dating her, but we were kind of like hooking up a little bit, and she would just happen to be in town, and she goes, "Where are you? I'd love to see you." And she showed up. I was just at a bar shit-faced with my friend, and she was disgusted. But I didn't know she was coming. Like she just hit me up like 20 minutes before, like, let's hang out. And she was like, "You're just drunk." I'm like, you met me at a bar that I've been at for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Yeah, it's hard. Being drunk is pretty.
I'm not even a bad drunk, or like any bad drunk as you get older has to quit. I'm I'm like a go-getter when I'm drunk. I talk about like grand ideas. I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this. It's going to be great. I make big promises. I don't follow through on them, but I do in my heart want to do them.
Yeah, your intention is there.
Yeah.
You have a good, healthy relationship with alcohol.
I'm the type of drunk who tells you like how I genuinely feel about you, and it's going to be good. I'm not going to drink with people I don't like. Mm-hmm. So it's all positive.
So that's very high school too. When you get drunk and start telling people how much you like them, that reminds me of like, 11th grade in high school.
Yes.
Where people are like, you're my best friend. You know what I love about you? This is what I love you. Or like MDMA, people say that. But at a certain age, yeah. Have you ever done MDMA?
No, I don't. Drugs, I'm always freaked
out. At all. Okay. Well,
I'll do like basic. I'll do like if it's a muscle relaxer or something, or like Ritalin, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I don't. Do you do a lot of pills and stuff?
I'm familiar with pills. I mean, I'm pretty much
I'm familiar with such a classy way to say that.
I'm familiar with pills, but
I've never heard someone use it.
I wouldn't say I'm a pill popper. Like if I have like I had surgery on my foot a couple. Like I guess 2 months ago, and I had some pain pills for that, but it wasn't like the enjoyment I would have gotten from pills like 10 years ago. Like I'm not interested in that stuff anymore.
Gotcha.
But I do like MDMA. I like LSD. I microdose LSD all the time. I fucking love LSD. I think it's the best upper. So I'm pretty open. I'm a very drug positive drug. I get along well with drugs.
Nice.
I rarely have a bad time. I was just in Ibiza for 3 days and that ended on a sour note. But that I don't think had anything to do with drugs. That was just the heat, extreme heat. And
but you had a bad day from
just
drugs?
Sick from I was at this party for 3 days. It was an ongoing party.
Wow.
Different people, groups of people. It wasn't one party, but just too much and it was hot and I was like, I'm out. I don't feel good at all. And then I slept for almost 24 hours and missed my flight back.
Fuck.
Yeah. I mean, I missed it intentionally. I was like, I'm not making this flight. It's not happening. I have to sleep.
It's cool when you make that choice, though.
Yeah, it feels good. Yeah. It feels good. And then they were like, well, we have to change your hotel room because you were supposed to check out. And I was like, well, good luck with that because I'm not fucking getting up. And I'm like,
you did squatter's law?
I was like, you have to come and remove me.
You use your squatter's rights
definitely.
in a hotel? That's fucking crazy.
I was like, come and get my luggage and then bring me a wheelchair and wheel me to the next location because that's how this is going down. And that's how it worked. It was fine.
You're super hungover.
I was just weak. It was more of weak. I didn't get sick or anything. I just felt sometimes you get zapped. And for me, the climate change is going to be a big problem for me because I can't fucking take the heat.
Yeah.
I want to invest.
You're a Jew. You're an East Coast Jew.
Yeah.
That's all we do is complain about weather changes.
Anything really. Yeah. It doesn't have to be the weather.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to take a break and we're going to be right back with Sam Morril. Okay, and we're back with Sam Morril. His tour right now, everybody, you can go see him at sammorril.com. That's Morril. His tour is called the Errors Tour. Not to be confused with the other tour that ended last year.
I'm not familiar.
How did you come up with that name, Sam?
I don't know. It just came to me. It just hit me.
And do people get confused?
It's happened, yeah. I saw another comedian using it too, and I was like, I beat him to it though. I got there first.
Another one. How can you do that at the same time?
Mine was already out there. I can't change it.
I know, but didn't that guy do a Google check and find out that it's happening?
He didn't, but it's all right.
Your newest special is called Same Time Tomorrow, which
no. Newest one's called You've Changed.
Sorry,
that one's on Amazon. Same Time Tomorrow was a Netflix one, but that's on my YouTube channel now. I got the rights back for that.
Did you from Netflix?
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
You're quite a deal maker. You are Jewish. And You've Changed is on Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay. As with all his other specials, The Hour was immediately a hit with fans and critics alike, with the New York Times praising him as reliably funny.
I didn't send this.
Here's a quote from Vulture, just to make you even more
Nice.
embarrassed. A good comedian who has done the work of establishing a clear, distinct persona can get as big of a laugh on a pause as they can a punchline.
Oh,
That's a great compliment.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's actually what you just said about yourself, kind of.
is it?
Moments ago, you said your audience is forgiving when you lead up to a joke. I mean, it's not the same as a pause, but I'm going to
I just meant they're patient with me because sometimes it's you know how it is when you have the notepad out, you're trying to figure shit out.
Yeah. Do you bring your notepad out on stage a lot?
I try not to. I ran into someone who called me out for it recently on this at a bar. He was like, I was at a show and you just had your fucking notepad out. And I was like, well, I build the show as working out new material. And he's like, still, dude.
At the cellar?
No, I was at a bar with a friend and he just
but
chewed me out.
is he talking about a show?
No, I was in Dania Beach at the Improv there and I was doing workout shows.
Oh, I think if you're at a comedy club, you're allowed to bring your notes on stage.
I agree.
mean, who gives a shit?
But
It's
I
not
also-
like you're doing Madison Square Garden and looking at your notebook.
Yeah, which by the way,
Did you just burp on me?
Yeah,
Was
sorry.
Oh my God.
Was that bad?
Well, I mean, it wasn't great. But
It came out involuntarily. It wasn't like
it came out more of as an exhale, but I know what a burp is.
I know. Fuck.
And
I thought I could be sneaky.
I'm just waiting for it to reach my nostrils, but it hasn't
Sorry.
yet, which is lucky. Okay, so you also did the roast of the year a little bit with
Oh, yeah.
Hannah Berner.
Yes.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Terrible.
Was it?
Awful.
Why?
It was just a mess. It was like a 4-hour shoot, and people were like, some of the people that couldn't read a prompter, so they're taking like 30 minutes to do their set, and we're just sitting at a table behind them, like, oh, just fucking let this end.
No, was it a live audience?
Oh yeah, it was like a 4-hour shoot. It was
Yeah,
I
think
felt
Jeff-
so bad for the crowd.
I think Jeff asked me to do that, and I was like, I don't do roast, first of all.
I
but-
said no, and then Mark Norman said yes because they told him I said yes.
and he's your buddy, right?
He's my buddy, and then we kind of were like, what if we just did it together? So it would take the,
Sting out of
It would
it.
take the sting, and we had fun actually.
Yeah.
Working it out together was fun because we were like riffing off each other, figuring out jokes. I liked it.
Are you typically into roast? Do you like to do those?
I wouldn't say it's like my style of humor, but I like them. I think it's a tradition for a reason. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you?
I mean, I've never done them just because my personality is so, like, I'm just roasting people anyway. Like, I don't really need to be, I've always looked at it like that's a hat on a hat. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little
But I
much
think you'd be good at it. I mean, you
to go off on people all the time. Yeah, now that I'm not on a show where I'm roasting people all the time, it would be a different thing. But I don't know. I would have to see he asked me to do this one, but it was at the worst time of the year. I was like, I had just gotten to Whistler. I'm like, I'm not leaving.
There was a period when I think like roast battle and that stuff got too big, and all these new comics they were great at insulting people, but they didn't have 5 minutes on themselves. So to me, that I was kind of like, this is becoming too much of a thing.
Yeah.
But when it's I didn't like the idea of roasting the year either, because it's like, I don't like roasting people who aren't in the room. Mm-hmm. So that's why most of our jokes were like Diddy, Luigi. I'm like, all right, they're either on trial or in jail. Like, let's shit on people that actually are not here for a reason.
Right. We're going to take callers and get into some advice soon. This is what we do here at Dear
Sure.
Chelsea. You're going to love it.
I'm
What
pumped.
is your situation now romantically? Do you have a girlfriend?
No, I don't.
Are you good at being a boyfriend?
It depends on who you ask.
This is a very female-heavy show,
Sure.
so you're going to have a lot of new female fans.
Okay, cool.
So if you want to,
Do you think you're a good girlfriend or no?
I wouldn't date me. I
Okay.
mean, I'm doing my own thing. I don't really have any respect for like anyone. Like, I don't like to be in a couple. I like to just do my own thing and
You're a
have
loner.
casual encounters.
Okay, that's cool.
You
No,
know?
I think if I'm really in it, I'm good. But I was in one for a while, and it takes a while for me to. I like to kind of heal for a while and then just go do my own thing.
You need to recover from the
Yeah,
relationship
yeah.
for a while.
Totally.
Right. Well, that's nice to hear from a man because a lot of women feel that way.
Really?
Yeah. Like it takes a lot out of you to be in a relationship. First of all, you fall in love and then you can get your heart broken. And so then you're vulnerable and you have to almost lick your wounds regardless of how the relationship ended. Like you can have your heart broken even if you're the person that ended the relationship.
Oh, totally. Yeah. No, it's I'm usually the person who gets dumped, I feel like, which is kind of great.
Well, you're a man, so
Yeah.
you should be getting dumped.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
I mean, you guys have done enough.
I'm getting punished for every man ever?
Well, all men should be punished for every man ever. Not should be, but they are kind of being punished.
Maybe.
I think what it is really, I'll tell you what it is because I was just thinking about this the other day.
Yeah.
Because I'm just coming back onto men. Like I was kind of grossed out by men for a period of time.
Do you ever have like a lady phase or no?
Yeah, but only with guys, like in threesome situations. Like I'm not
that's
hooking up
cool.
with girls on my own. You know, I'm not like, hey, come over and eat my pussy. But guys, I think what my turnoff was this kind of like political backdrop that we're in. Even if men aren't Trump supporters, it's very emblematic right now. The world we're living in, the news every single day is very emblematic of the reason we're here in this situation in the first place is because of men, because of men not standing up for women enough, standing up for the rights of people that are not white, straight males enough. Like men they don't think that's their job. So you don't have to be a Trump supporter to be contributing to that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So in a certain way, this is from my perspective only, in a certain way, like I was like, God, I'm so off of men for like the last 6 months. And I was talking it out with a friend. I'm like, oh, I know what it is. I'm so grossed out by what we're dealing with right now that I want to blame all men for bringing us here. Not just the men who've voted for Donald Trump, but all men. Like all men for not going, oh, gay people need rights. I'm actually going to actively stand up for their rights. I'm going to actively stand up for women's rights and, equity and all of the things that matter. So, but now I'm starting to realize you guys didn't know any better.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if we get blamed for all the bad stuff men have done, we should also get credit for all the great stuff men have done too. Like,
Okay, name something.
Maybe before I fuck you, I'm like, this condom, a dude came up with that.
Oh,
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, but that's just you guys helping yourselves again. Do you
How?
see? Because you're protecting yourself from having a child. So you have
We're
to
protecting you from my STDs.
But you have to think
it was
of
a joke.
something.
I don't have STDs.
Yes, he does, by the way. We test
HPV doesn't count.
We test
that doesn't fucking count.
We test
Are you
all
kidding
of our
me?
guests before they come in,
What?
and you've tested positive for 3 different.
Did I? That's what that swab was?
Human papillomavirus. You're HIV positive.
HIV is treatable now, though.
And you have herpes, which is also treatable, so no problems there.
The 3 H's? Yeah. God damn it.
I bet you didn't realize you were going to get diagnosed when you came on this podcast.
I didn't think so, but you know what?
Well, this is a perfect.
It saved me a trip to the doctor.
You're right. I am a
and
doctor,
I appreciate
actually.
it. Thank you.
I like to refer to myself as a farm-to-table gynecologist.
Damn.
So
all right.
Our
cool.
callers know that already.
Yeah. No, I think I understand. I understand women are, especially when Roe v. Wade got overturned. I understand that. I think that was.
Yeah, it's just like you're insulted that we don't have enough comrades. You know what I mean? It's like, why are we always the ones screaming and yelling? Why aren't guys helping fight for us? That's the sentiment. And I'm not saying that guys don't. There are plenty.
Well,
of
a lot of
men
women
that
voted red in this election.
Yeah, but those
what
women
about
are
them?
being controlled by their husbands, and you know what I mean. Like women who listen to their husbands. Like any woman that voted for Donald Trump is probably married to somebody who's a Trumper. And that's a generalization. That's probably not true for every single one, but I'm sure it's true for a lot. And again, that's on the fault of men for influencing their wives.
Well, I feel terrible about this, guys. I'm sorry.
Thank you. That's all I was looking for was an apology.
I'm just trying to get pussy from this podcast.
Yeah. Well, you will get it. You will get it by apologizing. That's the first step.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Okay, Catherine, what do we have on tap for today for Sam?
All right. Well, our first caller today is Morgan. The subject line of her email is, "My dad wants me to meet his soon-ye." Dear Chelsea, I'm a 37-year-old woman who's found herself living in the same town as her father after many years far, far away in NYC. My dad's dating life is a fiery disaster. He's 65, has done well financially, and has ended 2 of his marriages by having illicit, highly choreographed affairs. He's been married 3 times, the first being my mother. His most recently terminated relationship was with a 32-year-old who was in need of financial help and entirely devoid of personality. He insisted that we meet her, which we did, and I attempted to get to know her, despite being squarely between mine and my brother's age at the time. When she met my dad, he was more than happy to pay for her bachelor's degree in nursing, move her whole family into his home, including her brother who was overcoming a gambling addiction, and after a few tumultuous years, they ultimately married with 0 guests in attendance. 6 months later, they were separating after having given her the reins to property manage his real estate portfolio. She still runs it. He pays her handsomely. They're in the process of detangling it, but it's a fucking mess. She'll ultimately gain a property or 2 from the whole sordid affair.
Oh, lucky her.
About a week ago, I got engaged to the love of my life while on vacation in Maui. The day I'm returning home, my dad asks if we would like to meet, quote, Sammy, the 26-year-old he's been courting long distance. I told him I wouldn't meet her until he met her parents. This whole saga is rote to me now. He wants a trophy wife, which in his case just looks like a vulnerable young woman who may come from a troubled or super religious upbringing. Sammy, the new girlfriend, is of the latter variety. I'm currently just biding my time before he proposes proposes to yet another young woman, one he barely knows. He intends to be engaged to Sammy first prior to meeting her very religious parents. What an absolute joke. His trust in women is bargain basement vibes, sold dirt cheap. My dad and I are close, but I've learned to keep some distance in order to keep my peace. How do I proceed? Do I just kill with kindness and limit my time with him? I refuse to allow him to bring this new Soon-Yi to my wedding, and I dread even just meeting this young woman who likes old men. But here I am, just trying to, quote, let them. Thanks again, Morgan.
Hi, Morgan. This is our special guest, Sam Morril, today.
Hi.
How are you? Yeah.
He's here to give you some straight heterosexual male advice on this topic.
Perfect.
What do you mean by highly choreographed affair? That sounds like John Wick fucking or something. That was crazy.
The same thing.
No, just that he had them at all, or that they were highly secretive, but like intentional. You know what I mean?
A lot of scheduling involved.
A lot of scheduling involved. A lot of ground to cover.
You want to limit your exposure to this woman.
Yeah, I find it kind of disheartening only because it's now becoming just such a rote pattern, I mean, like, it doesn't really matter who it is, but essentially he just wants someone young, and it's like kind of devalues some of, my relationship with, like, I love my dad, but his relationship with women is like hard to digest.
Yeah. I mean, like, I would just limit your exposure to her at all and just be honest with your dad. Like, I've already seen you get swindled by this other woman. This seems to be a pattern of behavior because there's more than just one, right?
Right. Well, yeah, there was someone he recently had a brief marriage with who was like between mine and my brother's age. And
that's the best kind to have.
Is he like a romantic? Does he think that, is he in this where he's like, this is the one? Is he that?
Yeah, he does. He kind of has like this very old school kind of
but there's like a 40-year age gap, right?
Yeah.
That's fucking all. I remember reading about Sinatra dating Mia Farrow, and he was like 60 and she was 21. And it's like, what the fuck do you talk about?
It doesn't matter.
My knees hurt. She's like, what?
I saw I was at a dinner the other night. There was a 70-year-old, very famous 70-year-old with a 21-year-old. He's married, first of all. And he was there with a 21-year-old girlfriend who was in, and I know she was 21 because she went to Pepperdine. She was actively a Pepperdine student in her last year. I don't understand. Well, maybe Sam can shed light on this. I think that, first of all, men just need a woman. They can't be alone. Men have older men especially have that's why when men get divorced, they remarry immediately, and women get divorced and they're like, I'm never fucking getting married again. Because women are taking care of them and men want to be taken care of, and they want a younger, hotter girl so that they feel relevant and that people look at them and go, oh my God, look at that man with that young girl. He must be so incredible.
But she's using him as well, though, clearly.
Obviously. Yeah. I mean, they're both using each other.
Yeah.
So it's actually
That's
perfect.
The thing is, like, I've fully resigned myself to the fact that these relationships are transactional in nature. It's like, why do I have to be involved?
Well, why do you have to be involved, though, is the question.
Well, that's the thing is, like, I've had moments where, I just can't deal with the drama of his life.
But why? But I don't even understand why you are. I mean, just say like, hey, it's my wedding. You come, but I don't want her there. That's your wedding. That's cool, right? And then why else do you have to hang out with her? Just say, it makes me uncomfortable. Just say, I don't like that. Or you can try dating a black guy and really piss him off.
Is it too late for you to date a black guy? Because aren't you getting married?
I'm getting married to somebody whose last name is white. And he's a white guy.
Well, that would be even better if he was black and his last name were white.
Double whammy.
That would be a double whoopsie doodle.
Yeah, that would be great too. I know that I won't allow that to happen at my wedding, or like she won't be there. I know that. I used to live, on the other side of the country, and now we're living in the same town again after, 17, 18 years.
That's perfect, because then that's your excuse. You don't have to go visit him to visit him. You're in the same town now, so that if you want to go to lunch with your father, you don't have to hang out with his girlfriend or whatever, his prostitute/wife. And when you said Soon-Yi, that threw me for a loop-de-loop, because
I thought it was going to be way worse.
It was his daughter, right?
Yeah,
or
I was
stepdaughter.
concerned.
Right. So it's not that bad. He's just a guy that's dating women that are too young, and he's perfectly happy paying for them and being taken advantage of by them.
Exactly.
And that's fine, but you can separate the two. You can be like, listen, Dad, we're in the same city now. I've had enough of your drama with these young women. It's obviously a transactional relationship. I don't want anything to do with it. It's embarrassing to me. I love you. You're my father. When I spend time with you, it's going to just be us. And that's it. And if you have a problem with that, then I'm sorry, but I have to set up some boundaries here because you've been doing whatever you wanted. And this last hot mess it impacted all of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also he's not, and you have lunch with him and that's it. He's not going to try to bang any of your friends because they've aged out probably. So you're safe there. And then, just hang out with your dad and just your dad.
Yeah. And don't have sex with him.
No. I hope
this whole Soon Yi thing put a damper on this conversation.
Yeah, you can't just throw out Soon Yi when it's not nearly that bad.
I will say, Morgan, there is another very important piece to this that you'll want to have a serious conversation with your dad about, and that is inheritance stuff. Him being, I know you said with his previous wife he had a prenup, but that's like not actually enough. He needs to go to an elder law or estate planning attorney and basically talk to him about like, hey, we don't want this to be a thing where like, God forbid something happens to you, which it will eventually, like that all of your assets go to this person who's 26 or whatever. You need to like set it up so it follows the bloodline. And any like good elder law or estate planning attorney should be able to help him set up his assets in a way that like she can be provided for if they're still married at the, time of his death, but that like it's not just like, okay, now she gets to go live her life with Biff the pool boy.
In fact, I would use that as a bargaining chip. Like I would say, if you do all of those things, she's allowed to be in my life. Like, 10% of the time that I see you, I will tolerate her as long as you protect yourself financially from this woman.
Have you met her?
No, I haven't met her, but essentially when I got back from Maui a couple weeks ago, we had just got engaged and my dad was like, hey, do you mind just meeting Sammy really briefly tomorrow?
No.
He stole your shine. That's supposed to be your day.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, no, no, but also, have you met her parents yet? And he's like, no. And I'm like, well,
yeah.
How about you like meet her family or like understand a little bit of context? Like you've spent a total of 35 days with her over the course of a somewhat distance, very new relationship. Like, why do you, it's just the financial dominance or like whatever that is, or whatever this kink is. It's like, he just needs to ascribe himself. He wants to be in a dedicated romantic relationship. He wants to share his romance with everyone else in his life. And really that's not a lot more than just his family members at this point. And so it's like, it's kind of a sad scenario. But yes, I appreciate what you said, Catherine, because a lot of it is kind of like, oh, is this also like going to turn into some mess physically at the end of his life?
I think that's the most important thing. However he spends his time, whoever he wants to fuck, like whatever. But you don't need it in your face all the time, but be reasonable. But also the financial aspect being the most important aspect because you don't want these girls just like taking all of his money. I mean, he's basically paying for a wife or a girlfriend anyway. So let him go ahead and do that, but don't let that be turned into something in his will.
Can I ask a question? What's the minimum age going forward that you'd be okay with him fucking and you meeting?
I mean, honestly,
because we get him to set his Tinder to that, then maybe we avoid this in the future,
Yeah, well, exactly. But
40, 42?
At this point, it would just be someone who's like in or around my age because I really did give that last girl a chance. You know what I mean? Like,
around your age. That's so gross to think of your father dating someone your own age.
It's fucking weird, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
did I ever tell you the story, Catherine? My mother died 1 week after my mother died. My father, Seymour Handler, who now, thank God, is deceased, was in our kitchen. And my brother Roy went over to our house to check on my father in a 35 Morningside Drive in Livingston, New Jersey. And his housekeeper, his Jamaican cleaning lady, was nude in the kitchen cleaning for him while he had his pants down on the sofa 20 feet away from her. That was a week after my mother died. That is what happens to older men when they lose their wives. That's not all older men.
I got to get a new cleaning lady.
I would never ever have known how disgusting my father was unless my mother had died.
That's crazy.
Disgusting.
Wow.
Can you imagine this poor woman?
I mean, was that like her thing? Is that how she cleans?
No, I'm sure he's like, hey, why don't you take your clothes off and clean, and I'll sit here and masturbate, and I'll give you an extra $40. I mean, I'm sure that it was something along those lines.
That is fucking wild.
But imagine hearing that on your family thread, like, hey, I just came over to Dad's house, and guess who was naked in the kitchen? You're like, wow, this is a real bummer. Listen, old men can be gross, and they can have gross desires, but it is your father, so I think we've sorted this issue out. I think you're going to be fine. And you just have to be very direct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Morgan.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Follow up with us, okay?
Thank you. I will. Bye.
All right. Thanks.
Sam, do you think you'll be one of those men that when you get older, you're going to want to date 20-year-olds? Like, do you see how?
No, I mean, I won't go that young now. I mean, I'm pretty.
But you're not even 40 yet. So I don't think you really know until you're in your 50s as a man if you're going to go down that road.
I just think that's too young for me. I don't really connect with that. Like, I'm trying to think of the youngest I would go.
Because at a certain point, they're not talking about anything.
Right.
They're just there for, it's like
just a vessel for your penis. Yeah.
Yeah, like a fuck doll.
Yeah.
And it's also to show off. I would imagine it's to show.
I don't think my friends would be impressed with it. I think they'd be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right. But I would imagine that the men who are doing that believe that people are looking at them with envy. Like, look at me, look what I have.
I don't know. I think I can't predict. I'm really unpredictable. I don't have a type really. I'm pretty unpredictable with who I date. So I don't think I would do that. But I mean, my ex was older than me. I've dated, Taylor's the biggest age gap I've ever dated. Yeah, I don't know. I think if the person's hot, if I'm attracted to them, I don't give a shit.
I know, but it's just that there's a different thing that happens when there's a man that's over 60 or over 70 with somebody that's 20 to 30 years younger. I used to date guys that were like 20 years older than me when I was in my 20s. Now I wouldn't date someone 20 years older than me because that means they're almost 70.
Totally.
Like, I'm not down for that either.
What stage of your life are you in?
Right.
What is interesting you right now? What do you want to do with your life? Like, I don't want to date someone who's just figuring out who they are.
Right.
You know, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty secure in who I am. And you date someone super young, you're just like, what? It takes a lot of people to form an identity, I think.
Well, it's also interesting what you say about like what stage of life you're in, because how many stages are there? You know, like. Oh
man, I was with a girl who was I want to say 8 years younger than me recently. And she took me to this bar and I was like, this is fucking loud. You get to an age where you're like, this sucks.
Yeah,
I don't like
that's
this.
For sure. That I appreciate.
So it's just, I mean, you go to certain bars, you're like, this is for a certain age. And then I always liked older people bars just because I liked that you could have a conversation because, soft jazz, we'll talk, we'll have a few drinks. But the loud music, I'm getting older. Like, I get it now. My mom will be in a restaurant with me and she'll be like, this is so fucking loud. I'm like, it's not that loud.
That's what the LSD is for, to tolerate those situations.
Really?
Yeah, totally. You can handle any situation on LSD.
I hate loud.
I understand what you mean. I also don't like loud, but like if I need to get it up in that environment, meaning I need to go and hang in that kind of environment.
I know you don't have a penis. I know what it meant.
I do have a penis.
Damn. All
and
right.
I think we all know I have a penis.
You do.
But yeah, then I'll take whatever means necessary to get me into the mood to hang out in that situation.
No, I know what you mean. Like I want to be a good sport. If it's like
but
a group
I feel
hang,
the same way as you. It's fucking annoying. Loudness is annoying.
I see young people waiting on lines for bars and stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's something I would
That's
never
over.
do.
That's
right.
You don't do that.
Right.
Time is valuable.
Okay, we'll take a break and we'll be right back with Sam Morril. And we're back to wrap it up with Sam Morril. Sam, it was great. We've never met before.
No.
Right?
Never. I've never met you, no.
Because I was like, I always say that. And people are like, oh yeah, we've met. I was on your show.
No, never.
But no, we've never met before. So it's really nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, and congrats on all of your success.
You too.
Yeah, you're a really funny comic. Ladies, if you're watching and you're looking for a new male comic who's not disgusting and not a rapist, Sam Morril is your man. His newest special is on Amazon, and then he's got other specials on.
That's my next credit. Netflix, not a rapist.
Not a rapist. He's not one of those guys, those male comics that are gross and detestable. He's not like that at all. He's normal. He's clean. He took a shower.
The bar is so nice and low.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
I did shower before I came here.
You took a shower.
You could tell?
I could tell.
Nice.
He only burped once, but that was
I'm sorry.
It was an accident.
It was a seltzer though.
Yeah. Okay, well, you can go catch him on tour, guys. He's on the Errors tour. And if you're in Europe, you can go see him there.
I'm everywhere in Europe almost, except a couple of the places she mentioned.
And you can see him in Carnegie Hall.
And
at
Chicago
Carnegie Hall.
Theater, October 4th, too.
Chicago Theater, October 4th. Carnegie Hall, December 4th, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got
All
Vegas coming up, too. Venetian, September 19th.
Great.
I got a bunch of fun dates coming up.
Okay, love it.
Yeah.
And then go follow him on Instagram, you guys. His stand-up is really fucking funny. And you're going to like those call-in shows, call-ins he does, too. Well, they're not call-ins, so fuck it. Anyway, thanks, Sam. It was great to meet you.
Nice chatting with you.
Yeah.